All right, what's going on, guys? So we're here inside the Lexus, and I wanted to show you real quick. I removed the center console here, the mouse, so you can see the connection, how it is. So the way it plugs in is straight like this with the release tab on the top, and that's how it connects to that. Right. So just so you can see, I have a harness here, a female. So this is a male, right? And we have a female here. It goes right like that. So the little hole basically that it has goes on the top side. So the reason why I want to show you this is because I want to show you how I'm going to number the pins so you know exactly what to use. So if you look at this one right here, you basically follow what connections you're using. Everything's going to stay the same on that. So like from the male to the female, and when you look at it, when you plug it in your pins, it goes on the male side. So you're using pin, we start from the left to right. So you use pin number 1, you use pin number 2, you skip 3, you use 4 and 5, right? So here you go. So 1, 2, skip 3, 4, 5, then skip 6, 7, and 8, right? Then we start from here, that's 9, skip everything else, and go all the way to 15 and 16. So using the last two, the first one and the last two. So pin 1, 2, 4, 5, then 9, 15, and 16. All right. Those are the pins that you're using on the 16 pin male side when you do get your harness. On the one that comes for the 10 pin, so this is the mouse pad for the new one that you're going to use. So this is how it connects. So just so you picture it, how it's supposed to be, and you again same thing, you count from there. You count pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So when I tell you which one goes where, so I already got this wire here. So you have, like, let's say pin 1. I'll tell you pin 1 because it comes in like this, right? So when you plug it in, it goes like that. It goes right in like that, right? So as you plug it in with the little hole, all right, with the little hole on top, when you look at your harness, all right, so the other side doesn't have a hole, this side does, and you plug it in like that, all right? So pin 1, right, will go, when you look at it like with the tap up, right, so like that, and then I'll tell you, okay, pin 1 is going to go to pin number, let's say 5, and then pin 2 goes to 10, like that. So that way you can kind of follow me where I'm trying to tell you what goes where, because it doesn't it's a little different on the trackpad versus the mouse. So you see it like that. Yeah. So pin 1 goes to 5, pin 2 goes to number 10 here, and so on. I think let me see, 3, if I remember correctly. Where those 4 go? 4 goes to 8. 5, let's see, 6, 7, 8. I believe 5 goes to 7. Let me see. Then we have number 6. Number 6, which goes to where does 6 go? 6 goes to 1, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Let me see where the 6 go. Yeah, 6 goes to 1. And then we have the last two, which is 15 and 16. All right. I know 16. Well, actually, you know what? I already have one here that I wired, so you can see. And you can see 15 or 16 right here. 16 goes all the way to 16 goes to 1. See, I already messed that up. So 16 goes to 1, right, like that. And then 15 goes to pin number, see, 15 goes right underneath to number 6. And then the last one we're using here is pin number 9. And 9 goes to 5. So then 9 goes to 5 right here. Right, so again, if you're looking at it, this is pretty much the way it's going to get wire, so that when you have straight connection goes there, and then this goes into that. Obviously you can make it as long as you want. I'm just showing you how the pin works. All right, so again, you got on top pin number 1, number 2, skip 3, 4, 5, then skip everything else. Then you have number 9, skip everything, and then the last 2, which is 15 and 16, and then you're using every pin here except for number 2, 3, you skip, and you skip number 9. So 2, 3, you skip, and you skip 9. All right, and then pretty much follow. I'll put it down in the comments, or I'll give you which one goes to what, so that way you could follow. But it's important that you know exactly how to look at the connection, so that you don't, like, if you start doing your wiring and you're looking at it like this because you think the tap goes that way, and then you put the wrong pins, you're gonna cause a short in your radio. You might blow a fuse. You might do something that shouldn't, just because the connection is not in where it belongs. All right, so make sure that you're when you get your connector, has a little hole. Basically, try to picture it how it's gonna connect in. All right, and that's the top side, so that way you can number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 16. And then this is how it plugs in to the mouse pad, and that's how you look at it, so that you're going from left to right, and that way you can match the connections. All right, so once you have that in, you can pretty much do your little connection. I have this extra here. You plug it in, and then you go, sorry about that. So you plug it in, you go straight to your mouse pad like that, and then you tidy this up, you make it all nice and neat, and then I taped here. I'm gonna make it nicer. I mean, I had everything, and I'll tell you which way I did it. There is 2 ways that you could go about this to make your life easy. So one way is to just buy the connector, if you could find it. All right, you buy the connector like this, which comes with pins. You wire it up, you plug it in, you use exactly the ones that you need, and then you go on the other end and the other connector and you plug them in. Or what you could do is I bought basically a connector that already had wires on it, right, from both sides. So I bought a 16-pin connector that had wires already on it, and I bought a 10-pin connector that had wires already on it, and then I just splice them together, whatever needed to match what. All right, so that way I already have enough length here. I think this will be more than enough to connect how it comes. You can make it shorter if you want. You can make it longer if you wanted to add make it yourself and do a longer wire or whatnot. But then once we make it, we're gonna solder this, we're gonna shrink wrap it, make it nice and neat, make it all wrapped up real nice, so that it's in there and it looks very OEM, and you're not splicing any wires here, you're not messing with any of these wires here. You're just basically adding something that you could remove later on if you want to. Let's say you want to sell the car, you put it back to stock or not, you have that option. This is by far the best, the easiest that you can possibly do it. I mean, that way you're not messing with the pins and putting the pins and whatnot. You can pull these out like I did here. See, once you can either cut them, Or if you want, you could just pull the pins out and use the wires, just the ones that you need. So different ways to go about it. This is by far the easiest way. I mean, I hope this helps. Again, I'll add an image here somewhere of like how the pin should go. So if you have any questions or anything like that, just contact me, put something in the comments. I'll guide you to how it goes, and then I'm gonna set this whole thing up. I'll make a video how it all gets put together and show you how I already tested out the mouse and it works perfectly. I know a lot of people say that they like this mouse better than the trackpad, and I could see why they would say that, but honestly, for me, this is a lot easier than this, because I have no control when I try to move around. Very like light movements, and sometimes it'll skip over. With this, I think what people try to do is they try to use it like a mouse and they try to scroll. I found that when you just put your finger there and move around, as long as you don't remove your finger, it literally stops where you want it to stop, and then push in, select, and it worked flawless for me. I mean, I had no issues whatsoever. I haven't checked if the back button works. I know when you press home, it takes you right to the maps menu, gives you your main menu, and the vibration works, everything. So it's great. I mean, I'm gonna put it all together, give it a shot, and then see how it all works out. All right, guys. So I made a little spreadsheet here so I could show you exactly how the connections are gonna go. So on the mouse pad, what comes in your car, you're gonna have the 16-pin connection. You're gonna use pin 1, 2, skip 3, use 4, 5, skip 6, skip 7, skip 8, use 9, skip 10, skip 11, skip 12, skip 13, 14, use 15 and 16. All right, on the 10 pin, you're gonna skip number 2, number 3, and number 9. You're gonna use all the rest. So I've made it color coordination here so that you can see how it goes. So when you look at it, so on the 16 pin, you bind a female pin, a female connector, but the wires are going to be coming out of the male side. All right. So, and on the trackpad, the 10 pin, you bind a male connector, but the wires are going to be coming out of the female side. So you're just going to match it. Pin 1 is going to go to pin 5. Pin 2 is going to go to pin 10. 4 to 8, and so on and so on. So it made, just match the colors so that, it all looks good. All right. It all connects perfectly. I'm also going to add links to the connectors that I personally use. You could choose to find whatever you want, but I got them from AliExpress. And you see here that here's the 10 pin, sorry, the 16 pin. And this one comes with a male and female side, so you only need the female. And you see that little square tab right there. Make sure that that's the top side. So number 1 will be the one on the bottom here, number 1. So so just make sure you flip it and follow it that way, just like I showed you in the video, so that you kind of have a guide of how to start. And then the 10 pin is this one right here. And you can see the connection already comes with the wires. So all you got to do is match the wires together. So the other thing you want to do, and again, this is just for educational purposes only. I'm not responsible for anything that happens to your car, for whatever you do. I tried it on my vehicle. Everything worked. I have a 2017 Lexus IS 300, 300 all-wheel drive F Sport. All right, so specifically for that vehicle, everything worked and is working flawless. For your vehicle, depending on what year it is, which trackpad it came with, I'm not sure if it'll work with that. I just try to figure out how it will work with my vehicle. So if you have the same car as me, guarantee it'll work. If you have any other year or different model on the trackpad, I'm not 100% sure. Just make sure that when you look at your 16 pin and you're looking at the wires that are coming out, that you still have the same. If you have the same wires, then you should have no issues. If you have the same wires coming out from the back of the car, from that harness, the same, pin 1, using pin 1, you'll be able to see it. If you're using pin 1, pin 2, pin 4, 5, you'll be able to see it. So if you're using the same wires, more than likely guarantee you're gonna have no issues. All right, so just give it a shot and then see how it works for you. All right. So again, I'll add the links to the wires that I use, and give it a shot, and hopefully it works for you. All right. All right, YouTube. Here we go. So we are back here in the Lexus, where with our finished product here. So this is my connection. All right. So I have already connected to the touchpad. I'm gonna connect it straight to, see how you see it, to the connection right here. So there's no wires being cut. My wire's already there, and we're gonna test it out to see how everything works. So let's start by turning on the car, and we're just gonna put it on accessory mode. Shut the heat off, and as you can see right here on the display, all right, so you can see here the mouse. See, it's connecting to my phone. And let's open up the map fully. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it there, but like I'm moving it around, and it moves with no issues whatsoever. Put the volume down. All right, so if you go home here, let's see, home brings you straight to the maps. If you press menu, it's gonna bring you straight to the infotainment, settings there, and you can see it moves around, no issues. The vibration works. So this is what I'm talking about. When you move your finger, as long as you don't take it off the pad, it'll stay right where you need it to go. And let's say go media, and moves no problem. So let's say we go to back here, or I wanted to show you also that everything is working just fine. If you press back button works. If I press home, it brings you right to the maps. It moves around with no issues whatsoever. You go to destination, and I don't know if you can hear the vibration working. You can adjust that to however you want. If you want it no vibration, if you want a little bit stronger, or one out, however you want it, you could adjust it still in the settings. You go to address, and it works perfect. Like I said, is a lot of people hate this because they do this and it kind of like goes kind of wherever the hell it wants. And you kind of tap it and select something, but again, as long as you put your finger on it and then move it around, and you see, like, it's very accurate. It's much better than this, in my opinion. Some people like this better. This is not the greatest thing in the world. Yeah. Because you move it around and it kind of goes all over the place. The only thing I'm missing is the up and down arrows. But I believe, let's see, let's go to maps again, and I'm gonna open up the whole map here. I think that if you scroll with 2 fingers, I think it's like, let me see, yeah, so you could pinch to zoom out, and you could pinch in to zoom in. So that works, and again, it's a little bit better than than the other one, and it very accurate. I have no issues with it whatsoever. Again, back button still works. If I press, let me see, menu, if I go, let's say info, and then press back, well, not in here, anything. So let's say we go to, let's go somewhere that I can show you. Let's see, let's go to setup. Let's go to general, and here, let me see if scrolling works. Is it 2 fingers? It's 3 fingers. So 3 fingers. 3 finger scrolling works if you want to go up and down. That's pretty cool. All right. So you just got to get used to the new system. So 3 fingers scroll works. Let's see, and if you want to press back works. So go to vehicle, customization. Yeah, see, so very accurate, very accurate. I think this is gonna be perfect right here once I change it and put everything here. Again, the back button, I've seen a lot of people install this and the back button didn't work. To me, the back button is working just fine. The menu button works, home button works. I mean, home button is your map button, so you have your map button, which is your home. Your menu still works, your back button still works. The only thing you're missing is the up and down, but the up and down works in conjunction. Again, there are 2 fingers up and down. Sorry, 3 fingers up and down if you want to scroll. So 3 fingers up, 3 fingers down. You still got your zoom in and out. So all that still works perfectly with no issues. All right, home, like I said, and let me see if scrolling here. Yeah, so all that works just fine. Like, I mean, it's yeah, I have no complaints with this. I mean, it's working just fine, and now I can't wait to take all this out. I'm gonna, you know, well, you'll see it. I'm gonna have it all done. I'm gonna take this whole thing out, and I'm gonna have it all installed. And hopefully, everything will work good. And this is the perfect length, I think, as far as I got. Like, this is gonna go right here, so there will be no wires cut or whatnot. So, all right. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope that all the information that I put there. It shows you exactly how to do it, how to wire it, so that you have absolutely no issues. I have absolutely no issues whatsoever. Everything is working great, and once it's all done, you have your cup holders. Instead of being all stupid back here, it'll be over at the front, and it should work great. All right, thank you, and I hope this helps.